That's one way to put it. You still check. Who is that anyway?
It says
Garden
the Garden Master. He's been asking about PM. He asked about PM. He said, "Where's PM at?" So
I don't know who that is. But tell him if he shows up, he can play PM.
do we have a PM set up here?
Right there.
Yeah. The Garden Master, if you're still watching, we have a PM setup. And people who would definitely play it with you.
Or what, he might be from C2.
That's it?
Yeah, he's from St. Tyrus.
Okay. I'll commentate. All right, Ben and RaginNarwhal. Ben, who has been consistently the best player at Liberty, and RaginNarwhal, who, I mean, he's been getting some good results lately with a good number of characters. I've seen a Kirby, I've seen his Piranha plant. He's been playing Joker lately. He's been playing Greninja, and he's been able to keep it pretty consistent with all three, playing at about the same level with every character, which is pretty impressive, having, being able to perform with Kirby and Piranha Plant the same level with Greninja and Joker. Ben taking the first stock with a pretty handsome lead. Ben known for being able to hold leads for entire games. Oh, well, a Kirby confirm. They exist. Right as I was talking about how Ben is known to live long, he dies at 80. So, uh-oh. One of the big things with Kirby is he gets zoned out really, really hard, but that copy ability, if he can get your projectile, it makes camping Kirby out a lot more difficult, because, your goal is to keep Kirby away from you, and he can play that game back with a copy ability like that, so we'll see how RaginNarwhal uses it. But right now, Ben, pretty commanding 80% lead. But with Kirby, you never know.
Let me get into this.
Oh, snap.
All right, what's up? Oh, man. Oh, shoot. No
Oh,
cam, but I'm still
who's that?
styling.
Who's that boy?
All right. So this has been a pretty nutty bracket. RaginNarwhal, like, he was... Well... All right, then. That was, I guess, whoever was higher in percent, that's a good trade for, but that was very odd.
That was definitely very much in RaginNarwhal's favor.
Yeah, that was something with when you hit the trampoline, not even just jumping on it, if you hit it, it becomes the next color. So something with that, they probably just both hit it when it turned red, and that means they're both in special fall.
I was talking earlier about how, Ben, who has been the best player at LU pretty consistently for the last few seasons, and then RaginNarwhal has been getting these really good results with a plethora of characters lately.
Yeah, we've been doing small brackets, and he's always up there. Like, I think the worst performance he got was fourth last week, and that was to Descalé, Ben, and Zamboni. So that's still a pretty good run, especially with two of the guys being here as well. But he's doing even better today. Yeah, his Kirby, I think, is his second best or best. His Greninja probably best. Plant also up there. He just has a bunch of characters.
Yeah, I was talking to him a few weeks ago, and he was saying that he feels like they're all pretty close, which, I mean, the results speak for themselves. But I was also saying it's interesting how he's managing to...
We're getting a little more color. All right, here we are.
Okay, cool. So we have color now.
Yeah, the display is just a little jank, but we'll take it.
No complaints.
All right, the hydrant is just kind of chilling there.
All right, Ben with a 40% lead. Yeah, that's a punish.
Yeah, Ben, just very good recovery with the side beat
living.
into the three trampoline jumps. Yeah, I mean, that just comes where Ben is very composed. He knows a lot of things. RaginNarwhal hasn't always been in these situations before.
Yeah.
So, but still good run. This is best of 5, by the way. So I think.
Yeah, it needs to get changed. Yeah, Ben used to the pressure. RaginNarwhal, he's a bit new to it, but...
Yeah, and I know he's had good runs before. Like, I'm pretty sure I think he double eliminated Alec at Battle for Bells 2.
That is true.
And like, sometimes he's thought as like, okay, he's kind of a gimmick guy and, not that great. But I've come to learn that, like, I had close sets with him, and then I lost, and then I lost, and then I lost again. Mm-hmm. And the past 3 weeks, I think I'm 0-5 against him. Yeah. Just like,
the results speak for themselves.
Yeah, he's real solid. Plant, this is probably in his top 3. He was going for a lot of the extension. I think it's side B or down B. I don't know. Whichever the long neck one is. Yeah, he goes for that a lot.
I want to say down B. Yep.
I think the down B is the charged gas thing.
Yep. No.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know. Whichever
I'll take your
one.
word for it.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this is a matchup that Ben maybe not be super experienced in at a high level. He maybe play him here and there, but
and having a projectile, I think, is going to serve RaginNarwhal really well in this matchup, especially one that breaks Hydrant. I think it's something around 11% to break Hydrant, and Patui doing close to 20%.
Yeah, Patui is definitely a huge tool, not only in this matchup, but also just playing in general.
Yeah.
Like, it's a crazy big, really good. You can angle it. It's very strong. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, it just keeps him honest, and even if it doesn't work, like, he can cancel it.
Oh, missed punish. Yeah. Ben needed that. Ben, he was trailing before, but he's catching up. All right, Ben. Okay, currently Ben is exactly 0.1% behind Raging. Oh,
yeah.
Commentator's curse.
I think that's you have to be patient with it. So you have to be careful. Oh, I was about to say it, but it ended up working out. But like, if he has Galaga at ledge, you gotta respect that. It looks like Hydrant went through. I think that was Fatui earlier. So that was just interesting. Like, because there's so many matches in this game, and just little things like that, especially on a local level, is like people that play their characters a lot that are probably less common. They have these, some call them gimmicks or just tricks, strategies, whatever you want to call it, that just work over and over. And sometimes they get away with it consistently. Like, me playing Yoshi, I'll get a neutral V into down air into double up air 50%. Like, I get that against people that I probably should not be getting it against. But just at this level, you may not see as much adaptation. Now Ben, he's had a lot of pretty good results. Like, I'm pretty sure he did very well at Glitch. He played against, I think, one of the Bowsers, either Leon or Luis, whatever, and like had a very close set. He's very accomplished, and maybe not quite. He doesn't quite have the peaks of our friend Frostbite from outside of Liberty, but he's still very solid. And yeah, Patui is it's like a escape option sometimes. And
Well,
ooh,
this match is looking to. I don't want to. Okay. Okay.
yeah, just
I didn't want to commentate.
Patui out of his stun is like
Yeah.
it can be a little slow, but it's just like it's hard to deal with, you know.
But so Ben's been seeming to be a bit more in control this game than last game. Granted, there was a bit of goofiness with the
down air onto the platform,
yeah, with the
trampoline.
the trampoline going on, but
Try to get that back air. Back air's a really strong move, but it's kind of hard to land sometimes. And
Ben getting close to a 100% lead.
wow. That was a crazy risk going off stage with Patui like that. He has a good recovery, but he could just... Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Score. Yeah, that was a risk and ended up paying off. I think Ben missed his recovery, and thankfully Force Smash has covered it. So.
And, I mean, Ben seconds ago had a 100% lead.
We were just saying, like, oh, he's looking more dominant this game, but
that is Smash Ultimate for you.
yeah, it can just go around.
No one is ever safe at any point.
Not quite the same kind of rage as in Smash 4, but it's enough, you know?
Yep.
Especially if you can, because some Smash attacks are really safe and good to throw out. Sometimes they're not as safe, but if you get the kill, it doesn't matter because the game's over. So,
Having never played Smash 4, but only hearing rumors, yeah, it sounds like a nightmare with Rage in that game.
Rage Ding Dong killed Falcon at like 50.
Yeah, my favorite one that I've heard about is Samus dash attack up B killing at 0. With full Rage.
Some kind of weird hitbox, but yeah. So I know he's been going for a lot more for up tilt extensions on the combos. I think it barely reaches the platform, so he can catch like maybe a landing air dodge, something like that, maybe a falling aerial or something. So of course RaginNarwhal is not going to let him, you know, use that all the time. You know, he avoided that rolling on the platform, but it's something that Ben's just trying to do a little bit more here and there.
Ben running in a lot, not his patented camping as many people know him for.
Yeah, and I think it's a little bit of a stereotype, you know. He doesn't actually time out people very often. It can still be frustrating, of course, but the games don't go to time all like very
That's
common.
true.
It's way more in the majority. It's probably like 95.5%.
He and Sash did almost go to time earlier, though. 11 seconds on the clock.
The word almost, though, that definitely applies for a significantly larger
Yeah.
portion of the games. Yeah, and so Bell has, I think, 2 throws, sometimes 3, depending on how long it takes. And so Ben sometimes will use that. You can throw it out of shields. And here we go. Left shot Galaga. Doesn't quite get hit the 40, that's potential, but he still got 20. And Patui is just a very big tool. Wow, that's a lot of confidence.
Narrow miss.
Yeah. And it's the little stubby arms of plants, if you even call them arms, little leaves. Misses the grab there. And
No, Patui just such a good move.
Yeah.
Patui's so good.
Oh, I still got him. But yeah, and then the long stretchy move has some armor on it and has pretty good range. Once you go down, you can't control it back, but I mean he got it, so gotta go for it. And one thing, like Hydrant is really useful in neutral, but it seems like Patui is like able to be angled around it. It like arcs over it almost perfectly. So I wouldn't say this is like a counter pick character necessarily, but it's one that probably struggles less than some of RaginNarwhal's other characters, if I had to guess.
Right.
Yeah, and then he can cancel it there, but he did get the back air, but back air's not as strong as a smash attack, so. And he just takes the melon to the face, or the pot, I guess.
Yeah. Super armor, that is... Characters that have super armor like that, you just completely have to change how you play.
Wow, and barely lives the
Living.
king. He had a big breakfast.
That's a heavy plant made out of lead.
And he doesn't have invincibility, so yeah, he got red,
Untechable.
so untechable. Ooh, a good angle, but thankfully Ben gets out the edge.
Okay. RaginNarwhal take 42% off of an extension from Hydrant.
Yeah.
Ben still racking up the damage, 60% on RaginNarwhal.
Clips him with the wing of the up B a little bit. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty smart. Just bait out the range and then put down the Hydrant. get the damage and you get the positioning in the middle of the stage.
Ben showing a bit of his experience with the character.
Yeah, he maybe could have gone for an L smash after that, but I mean, maybe he just wanted to get Bell to be safe.
Ben lapping RaginNarwhal in percent now.
Yeah.
Is the game over though? Absolutely not. If last game has taught us anything, it is still anyone's game.
Yeah, Pac-Man can do a double aerial and a short hop. So a lot of times in the hydrant, he goes for either a double forward air or a forward air into up air to kind of change up the angle a little bit. Because hydrants are a really scary thing, like especially at higher percents. It's just like you don't know what to do. Sometimes you try to roll to get away from it, and that just puts you right in the position. So it looks like maybe could have gone for L smash under the platform, but I mean he's still doing really well. And little water shenanigans. Like sometimes he'll put the belt on the hydrant and then he'll just go flying in the water. It's just, man, a lot of very strange things you probably don't see in many matchups.
Just what you were saying, Ben used the hydrant to shoot himself towards RaginNarwhal. Didn't get anything off of it, but he was zooming.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just like it's enough to make your opponent hesitant, and that can give other opportunities later. I mean, Ben, they're both a sneeze away from dying, but thankfully Ben has another life. So it's looking
Very
good.
True.
And
commentators curse.
Yeah.
That said, RaginNarwhal, 173%.
We just saw it come back last time.
Ben has no real reason to hide now.
Yeah.
That said,
a lot of time left on the clock. We probably won't see a timeout. He tries to arc the Patui over the hydrant, but Ben has enough time to shield. And the apple, the perfect angle. Yeah, it's so smart to catch items and then charge the next one because your opponent's probably expecting you to throw the one you just had. It takes a little more time, but you'll see that with if he catches the bell and then he goes into a key, which a key can get rid of hydrant. And so, unlike a matchup with a reflector like Falco, in this matchup, if you have distance, you can just throw. And if you're on the platform, typically it arcs perfectly enough to get someone on the ground. So, really smart play from Ben. FD.
All right, Ben 2, RaginNarwhal 1. Winners finals. So, Ben, if he wins this game, he's sitting in winner's side bronze. RaginNarwhal drops to losers finals. Or RaginNarwhal, if he can win these next 2 games, the roles will be reversed. RaginNarwhal and winner's side brands. And a loss to Ben, nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah.
A win on Ben, now that's something to be proud of.
That's something that not many people can claim to have, at least here in Lynchburg.
That's true.
You probably have Descally, I think, got a win. Average got a win. CK's gotten a couple. Frostbite. Maybe Mikey, but beyond that, you don't really see that very often.
I'd just like to point out, the only time I've ever played Ben, I've won.
Oh,
Granted,
really?
it was a round robin at the dorm that didn't mean anything.
Oh, fair enough. I remember those.
But I do say it.
Hey, I guess we're gonna have to consider that proceeding next time.
Exactly.
And it actually catches the orange, the straight line fruit thing with the air dodge. That's pretty smart.
Piranha Plant holding a fruit with his leafy arms.
Yeah. Maybe he didn't mean to charge Patui for that long, but hey, it's he's still got the stage positioning, and let's see.
So far, so good. The counter pick to FD looking good for RaginNarwhal. Takes the first stock.
Gets the down smash to cover the roll. And let's see, FD, of course, has no platform, so there may not be as many up tilt tech chase or landing catches, but we're going to see a lot of projectiles because it's harder to get around.
And I think a big thing on FD, too, is there's a lot less places to hide from Patui.
Absolutely.
And I think that was, if I had to guess, that was the deciding factor for RaginNarwhal. Man, that was so
barely
close.
Gets around it, and sometimes it's a little harder to angle than one who's never played Plant might think.
Oh, an SD by RaginNarwhal.
Yeah, doesn't get the strong hit afterwards, but hey, forces the air dodge and force an execution. Sometimes they mess up. If you're in the danger zone down there, sometimes you just mash a button to try and tech it, but sometimes you don't need to. So, all right, and dash attack's real solid. You can get a lot of hits, and then you can has very low lag afterwards. You'll see him do a dash attack one way, and then if he crosses them up, he'll do a forward tilt the other way. And also, it's just good damage.
Yeah, something a lot of Piranha plants like to do is they'll mash Patui out of hit stun, and unlike Snake, where his grenades also damage him, Piranha plant, he's immune to his Patui. So in a situation where you're trading with Piranha plant, he's dealing 20% damage to you.
Ooh.
And
A very brave charge there, but he gets it. Yeah, and I think Hydrant's kind of similar. Like, Reflectors kind of play a part in other matchups, but not for this one. It's like you kind of see something that is pretty powerful coming towards you. You don't know if it's yours or not, and you probably try to avoid it, and sometimes that can help your opponent. He gets the down air off stage.
Ben making a comeback.
Oh my gosh. So, and he gets the third jump. You don't see him go for the third very often. Most of the time he can get back with one or two, especially after a side B. But
Pac-Man, his recovery kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's very good. And gets the dash attack to cover the spot dodge.
The amount of mix-ups you've got on it between side B and up B. See?
That's that. Even just putting it out there
exactly
is enough to just your opponent just fly into it pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
and misses the angle on the recatch of the Galaxian, whatever you call it is.
Patui either dealing almost 20 damage to your opponent or killing. It's quite a tool.
Yeah, he probably tried to hit the hydrant there, but with Piranha Plant not having much range, kind of tough. And he got a jab earlier, which is a very fast move, but very short range. And he kind of stopped the jab because he probably wasn't feeling confident. And so that's where sometimes nerves and sometimes you don't want to overextend, because if you do a jab combo, the third jab will leave you open. But it's looking pretty close right here. And misses the key, and he's gonna have to charge way back up. He maybe go for one of the weaker fruits, like barely lives that. He might be going for an apple here if he gets maybe
air dodge,
30 more percent, ooch, and tries to tech chase. Wow, down air out of shield. You don't see that too often, but hey, if it works, it works.
116% are almost dead even.
Yep, and goes for the bell into forward smash.
Yep. Ben sitting in winner's side grands.
Gosh darn it.
It was close.
You're definitely like a lot better.
When before though?
I mean, like.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely I enjoy playing Plane just for the sake of having that ability to punish with down B.
Yeah, because like I'm not quite as familiar with the plant matchup as I would like to be, but definitely like playing you is forcing me to get like aware of those gimmicks. That's like I'm not used to.
I won't lie. There were 3 times where my down B went through your hydrant. I'm like, that's not how that works. Why is it going through your hydrant? I'm like, it should go to the first point of contact, and the first point of contact is your hydrant.
Yeah, but for some reason it just goes through my hydrant, which is good for you.
How are you? Good, I'm chilling.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Oh yeah, I guess it is.
Like literally, like the last time I tried to do it,
I just
actually
lost
hit the
again.
hydrant. I'm like, why?
In Redemption, are you?
I think I lost again and again and again.
Did you win any games?
Yeah, I won a few.
Okay.
I won my first game,
Full charge that, so we should have at least gotten to a point. But
and then I won like my first losers game.
oh, yeah.
So yeah, JJ's better play, who I just lost to.
Who's he gonna play?
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man, the Rosalina.
Yeah. Except he beat me with low mac.
No, wait. He plays. That's right. He plays Little Mac. He dressed up as Rosalina for SmashCon.
Really?
His name is Pac-Man.
But he's
Dressed up as Rosalina
Well, he's got the Rosalina
and
controller.
plays Little Mac.
Oh, man. Wait, so what?
Are there any open setups? Yeah, they're playing.
Well, if we want to get some games on here, or you can commentate on the Defense friendlies.
Let's do it.
And at least they're not sitting there all the time.
I mean, does stream really care? No, I don't think they care.
No.
You want to find out? Let's see how many people are actually watching. Oh, that's actually quite a few people compared to last time. Wait, Yogurt's watching?
Yeah, I'm sure Yogurt's watching.
Yo.
The fact that I made it to winners finals, though, I'm very proud of. Or semifinals, I mean. Well, it is winners finals.
Hey, what's your back?
It's just awesome. I didn't know. I didn't know.
All right, so what we're gonna do, guys, since my match is supposed to be the next one on stream, and Dargan and BB's match are already going on another setup, we're gonna watch some friendlies for a bit. This is between Cody and what's your tag?
Austin. It's
Austin.
on screen. You can read
Well, some people put weird names on there.
You can read it. It's literally on your screen.
I see that, but there are people who freaking use tags that are not
Okay.
their name.
But I put it in the stream. If it's in the stream, that's.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. Okay, you know what, guys? I'm stupid. I am an idiot. But I guess that's what you get when you're a plant player. You just become stupid over time.
Yeah, we're just watching some friendlies until we can get our losers finals up, and then.